Coach Clifford, Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Cliff, I saw that you'll be taking part in a town hall meeting for Black History Month tomorrow. Just talk a little bit about what that's about and what people could expect.
Well, it's an opportunity for us to keep the conversation going and continue to bring awareness. There'll be a lot of different people from the Magic involved in that, and we have people haven't really seen, I don't think, behind the scenes how much work is being done within the organization, as you know, just because of the pandemic. And there's a lot of initiatives that once the world gets back to the more normal, so that people within our organization can get out and work in the community. There's a lot of great ideas, I think, that we'll be able to work at. And tomorrow's just again, it's to bring awareness and keep the conversation going.
Josh Robbins, The Athletic.
Steve, with Aaron out and not available to handle the point guard role, how do you find a way to not overtax Cole Anthony in terms of minutes and in terms of role?
It's an issue, and it's a good question, Josh. Cole is he's tired. Luckily, tomorrow will be the first time that we'll have 2 days off for quite some time here. And we have 4 or 5 guys that really need a day where they just come in and whatever, get treatment. And he would be at the top of that list. He's playing big minutes, playing against starters. I think he's handling himself very well. Tonight, we'll play Jordan. And he'll have to play, he's going to have to play 16, 18 minutes. So, that's just the way we're going to go for tonight.
In the meantime, or after tonight's over, the next game, do you guys need to somehow bring aboard another point guard?
Well, I mean, Jeff and I talk every day about, things like that. I mean, I think if there's moves to, they're on top of everything. It's not the issue, Josh, I think, as you know, is this: we have so many injuries. Everybody asked me about the exceptions. You have to cut a guy. I mean, we can't just bring somebody in. It doesn't work that way at all. And we'd have to cut a guy. How can we cut someone? We barely have enough guys to play right now. I mean, one of the reasons guys are taxed is we have so many injuries. If you look at it, try to sit down, for instance, and do the substitution patterns right now. Everybody's playing big minutes. So we're not in a place where we can just cut a guy, and then whoever you bring in would have to be under quarantine for a few days. We literally wouldn't be able to get through games. It'd be impossible. So, there's just a lot that goes into that.
Thank you.
Good question, though. I'm just saying I've been getting that a lot, lately, and nobody's more organized, I could tell you, about what we could do than Jeff and John. I mean, we're on top of things.
Jamie Say, WKMG.
Steve, I know injuries are part of the game and everybody deals with them, but with the amount that you guys have had in a condensed amount of time, the severity, just in your long career in the NBA, do you remember another time where it's been like this, where there's been so many and so significant injuries? And if so, when and how taxing is this?
The only other year that I've ever been through in my time that's close to this is our third year in Houston. We were coming off a 52-win season, and both Tracy and Yao got hurt for the season. And I think they combined to play, I want to say 19 or 20 games together. I remember we went from 52 wins, and we lost. Some of you might remember as a group, we lost to Dallas in 7 games in an incredible series, to 33 wins. And even there, not the number of injuries, Jamie, that we've had here. I've never been through anything like this, where literally, day to day, it's taxing on just the number of minutes that everybody has to play. So it's difficult. It's a long year. We're going to get guys back. But the thing, and I talked to the guys about this morning. The right attitude to have, however, is not what we don't have, it's who we do have, and what can we do so that we can give ourselves a chance to win. I'm still going to say this, look, and the Aaron Gordon one is a huge hit. Okay. But, we played 3 great quarters against Charlotte without him, you know, um, we've played other stretches of games. And to me, that's the way you have to look at it. And my job is to get them to play better. You can't run away from that at any level. At any level, we still have to have the right approach, the right attitude. And at this level of play, like tonight, they're very good, obviously. The other night, look, Vooch scores inside to cut it to 8 with 8.5 left. We don't run back on defense. And it gives up an open 3. So all of these things work together. People keep asking about belief or confidence. And listen, it's easy to lose confidence when you've gone through a stretch like this, but we can make it better. And the one thing that I hold on to is that's what we've been good at here for 2 years. We've never gotten off to good starts. Last year we were 21-30, and then we played our best basketball. The first year we played our best the last 31 games. And these guys have always been good at getting better and better and practicing and getting better. The practicing is the problem to me, along with the injuries. It's harder to make the progress that we've normally made.
Go ahead, Jamie. Jamie, did you have?
Yeah, no, I do. Just the league gave Lowry a flagrant 1 for the contact with Aaron the other night. I was wondering if you had any reaction to that.
No, I did, like I said after the game, it's a dangerous play. And at any level of basketball, there's no place in our game for that. Not when guys, you can end a guy's career. You can end his season, just like what happened last year. So he's a terrific player. It's an unfortunate play, but you can't, not a play like that. That's not an elbow on a cut or something like that. I mean, it's a play where somebody could get hurt badly.
Michael Grange, Sportsnet.
Hi, Steve. Hope you're well. When Nick starts going deeper into his rotation, and he's had some success the last 2 or 3 games where he's gone to Bembry and Watanabe and on down like that. Do you prepare for them a little differently when he's kind of going some different directions with his bench unit, or is that just kind of random and you just deal with it as the game goes?
No. I mean, I think initially, because the guys are so good, I mean, we're, and I'm sure the other teams do it too. We do extensive, as we're hitting here now, there's a personnel tape, for instance, that's running in the players' locker room on every guy that could conceivably play, and strengths and weaknesses. And then I think the more like a playoff series, Michael, when you play like this, 2 and 3 days, you get more locked into some of those guys too. So obviously in a normal season, it's going to be Kyle and Fred, and obviously, Siakam and like that, Norman Powell. But I think in these situations, you do have more time to at least talk about those other guys, which we did more this morning in shoot around also.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Steve. Good luck.
Thank you.
Roy Perry, Orlando Sentinel.
Steve, speaking of guys that you expect to get back, saw that Chuma was not listed on the injury report. So will he be available tonight? And if so, what's sort of the plan with his minutes?
He's going to be available and he's going to play. We're just not in a situation there at the 4 where, one, he's ready, and he's been doing a lot of contact and stuff, and he's not ready to play big minutes, but we need him to be able to play. Tonight will probably be like 12, 14 minutes. So it'll be a way to kind of ease him in. But again, we are stretched here. Vooch and, you mentioned Cole, T. Ross, and, so we need him to be able to play. And his injury also has been significant for us. He's a good player and we've missed him. So he's going to come right in and play right away.
Josh Robbins, The Athletic.
Steve, how is MCW progressing since we spoke to you?
Slowly. Yeah, slowly. I mean, we thought, you know, I know you guys know about a week ago, it looked like he was close, and then he had a setback, and he was actually starting to get on the floor when we practiced and did shoot arounds and stuff like that, and he's not able to do that now. So I don't know how far away he is.
Any final questions for Coach? Okay, thank you, everybody.